Most people who leave a narcissistic relationship ask the same question, quietly, shamefully, over and over again. How did I let this happen? They replay conversations with forensic precision. They see red flags they once minimized. And eventually, many arrive at the same devastating conclusion. I must be weak. I must be naive. I must be broken. But this conclusion is not only cruel. It is neuroscientifically false. The narcissist did not control you because they were more dominant, more intelligent, or more persuasive. They controlled you because your nervous system was already trained long before you ever met them. Narcissistic abuse does not operate primarily through arguments, manipulation tactics, or persuasion. It operates through state control. When the nervous system enters survival mode, the brain reorganizes its priorities automatically. Safety replaces truth. Attachment overrides self-respect. Immediate relief outweighs long-term consequences. This is not weakness. This is biology executing its mandate. A dysregulated nervous system cannot access the neural networks responsible for boundaries, foresight, and discernment. Those functions depend on a regulated prefrontal cortex, and under chronic stress, that system goes offline. What remains are older, faster, survival-based circuits. And those circuits were not created in adulthood. So, why narcissists feel familiar? Survivors often say something unsettling. I don't know why, but something about them felt like home. That sensation is not love. It is pattern recognition. If you grew up with emotional inconsistency, conditional affection, or caregivers who oscillated between closeness and withdrawal, your nervous system learned a specific equation. Connection requires self-abandonment. Love feels tense. Safety feels earned. Closeness feels unstable. A narcissist unconsciously activates this wiring through intermittent affection, hot and cold availability, withdrawal followed by reward. This creates trauma bonding, not because you crave pain, but because your body associates inconsistency with attachment. And this is where the freeze-fawn trap comes to play the role. Most people understand fight or flight. Narcissistic abuse rarely uses either. Instead, it activates freeze and fawn. Freeze looks like paralysis, confusion, numbness, the sense of being unable to leave even when you know something is wrong. Fawn looks like over-explaining, appeasing, self-blaming, and trying harder to restore harmony. These are not choices. They are autonomic nervous system responses. So when survivors say, "I knew something was wrong, but I couldn't leave," what they are really saying is, "My nervous system perceived leaving as more dangerous than staying." So the question is, why intelligence didn't save you? Many survivors ask, why didn't therapy, insight, education, or intelligence protect me? Because trauma responses bypass cognition entirely. In survival mode, the prefrontal cortex goes offline, the limbic system takes control, the body seeks familiarity, not health. You weren't choosing the narcissist. Your nervous system was choosing predictability. Even if that predictability was painful. Shame is the final layer of control. Shame is often the last thing the narcissist leaves behind and the most effective. Shame whispers, "I should have known better. I allowed this. Something is wrong with me." But shame itself reinforces nervous system dysregulation, keeping the body locked in collapse or hypervigilance. Insight alone does not heal this. Safety does. Healing is not fixing yourself. Healing is not about becoming tougher, colder, or more guarded. It is about retraining your nervous system to recognize safety without chaos. This means learning to tolerate calm without boredom, set boundaries without guilt, separate intensity from intimacy, and experience connection without self-erasure. As regulation returns, clarity follows naturally. You stop asking, "Why did I stay?" and start realizing, "Now that my body feels safe, I would never choose that again." This is the truth that sets you free. And remember, the narcissist didn't control you. Your nervous system did, because it was protecting you the only way it knew how. You are not broken. You were conditioned. And anything conditioned can be unlearned. Join at Mind Architect Narcissistic Healing. Unconditional self-love is not a belief, it is a nervous system that no longer confuses chaos with connection.